Weather radar over Spokane picked up something that looked exactly like rainfall, except there wasn't a single drop of rain falling anywhere in the region. What radar actually detected was smoke, packed so dense under a stagnant weather system that it registered as a false rain signal. That's just one detail from an emergency that escalated within hours on August 1, 2026, when multiple wildfires ignited across Spokane County, Washington. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how these fires grew so fast, why they jumped a river that should have stopped them, and what's happening on the ground right now. The largest fire, originally reported under the name Euclid Fire, is now known as the Old Trails Fire. It grew from a 50-acre ignition to more than 2,000 acres within just a few hours of starting. Subsequent reporting showed it continuing to expand past 8,000 acres as the emergency unfolded further. 2 additional fires joined the emergency almost immediately: the Fairview Fire near Meade and the Autumn Lane Fire. Together, all 3 fires contributed to a combined burn area above 7,000 acres across the very first weekend alone. Every one of these 3 fires was reported at 0% containment during the initial response phase. The causes remain under active investigation right now by local, state, and federal investigators, including California Interagency Incident Management Team 7. Now to the detail that made this fire behave differently from a typical wildfire. And it involves a river that was supposed to act as a natural barrier. The Spokane River and its tributaries typically slow fire spread under normal conditions. That's usually how rivers function during wildfires. But high winds combined with ember showers carried burning material directly across the water's surface during this specific event. Those airborne embers created new ignitions on the far side of the river, adding significant operational complexity for firefighting crews. That single detail, fire jumping a major river, is exactly why this event escalated faster than standard wildfire response models typically anticipate. Now to that radar detail again, because the mechanism behind it is worth understanding fully. The smoke plume became so dense under a stagnant high-pressure weather system that it was detected by weather radar as returns consistent with rainfall. Meteorologists have documented this exact effect in other major smoke events before, but it's still unusual enough to register as a notable atmospheric signal. On the ground, the human impact escalated just as fast as the fire behavior itself. Highways close to Spokane experienced serious gridlock, with heavy traffic directly delaying evacuation efforts during the critical early hours. Evacuation routes were reported as overwhelmed during those same first hours of the event. Evacuation orders themselves expanded rapidly as the fires grew, moving through several jurisdictions almost simultaneously. Spokane County Fire District 4 and Spokane Fire District 10 both issued Level 3 go-now mandatory evacuation orders. Those orders covered areas near Colbert, Meade, and the broader Spokane region as the fires continued spreading. Subsequent reporting placed approximately 60,000 residents under evacuation orders across both Spokane and Stevens counties combined. Some residents reported receiving their first go-now order only hours before flames actually reached their property. Emergency management staff kept expanding those order areas north of Meade High School and east toward Austin Road and Ballard Road as the fires progressed further. Governor Ferguson responded by issuing a burn ban across the affected region. Washington State was then designated by federal fire agencies as the country's top firefighting priority, a designation that redirects national resources toward the state. Fire crews from across the United States were deployed in response to that designation. Reporting positioned that national deployment above 26,000 firefighters and support personnel, though that figure should be treated as still developing in continuing coverage. The damage from these fires has been severe and well documented by multiple outlets. Reporting from The Guardian and local outlets by August 2 placed the structure loss at approximately 600 to 640 structures destroyed across the Spokane area. The Old Trails Fire was responsible for a large share of those structure losses specifically. Estimates of total burned acreage kept growing, as containment remained essentially zero across the first reporting window. The North Austin Road, Colbert, and Meade communities were among the hardest hit areas identified in early reporting. Dense smoke trapped under that same high-pressure system continued driving air quality warnings across the broader Spokane region. Those air quality warnings extended into northern Idaho as well, showing how far the smoke plume actually traveled. Now to the broader context that explains why this specific fire season turned this dangerous in the first place. Eastern Washington has experienced repeated drought conditions throughout 2026, a pattern building up well before these fires ignited. Above normal temperatures combined with below normal precipitation created receptive fuel conditions across both forests and grasslands in the region. There's a second structural factor at play here too: wildland-urban interface expansion. That term describes development that places housing directly adjacent to fuels that historically would have burned without threatening any structures at all. This specific combination, drought-primed fuel and homes built directly against it, is exactly why structure losses climbed as fast as they did. Reporting suggests these August 2026 fires will likely be studied afterward as a case study in interface fires that exceed conventional evacuation assumptions. That places this event alongside the longer history of major Pacific Northwest wildfires, including the 2015 Okanogan complex. It also draws comparison to Camp Fire-like events seen in California back in 2018, where structure loss also outpaced initial evacuation planning. Here's what makes this specific event different from a routine wildfire season update: the combination of factors stacking together in real time. A river that should have stopped the fire didn't, because wind-driven embers simply crossed it. Radar that should have shown clear skies instead showed false rainfall, because the smoke plume was that dense. Highways that should have supported evacuation instead created gridlock, delaying residents who received go-now orders only hours before flames arrived. Each of these three failures compounded the others, turning a 50-acre ignition into an emergency covering more than 7,000 acres within days. 60,000 residents under evacuation orders, 600 to 640 structures destroyed, and containment still at zero in early reporting windows. Those three numbers together capture the actual scale of what's unfolding in Spokane County right now. Continued updates are expected as fire crews make progress against these three fires in the days ahead. This situation remains actively developing, and the numbers in this video reflect the most recent confirmed reporting available as of early August 2026. If understanding real emergencies as they unfold matters to you, there's another video on this channel breaking down a different major event with the same level of factual care. Go watch that one next, because separating confirmed reporting from early speculation matters just as much in every unfolding crisis.